Hello, Pisces. Oh, I got bright real quick. I think you can see me. Thank you for tuning into your general read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Daily Tarot by Renata Lechner. For the supportive oracle cards, the magical spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. I don't know if I'm imagining it, but I feel like I'm looking at the viewfinder. It seems kind of bright, but maybe not, because when I put the cards up, it looks normal. Hopefully it's all good. All right, I've already shuffled. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got here. True love, come to me at the bottom. And I know that Pisces, and I'm a Pisces, we tend to be in love with love. But I'm kind of feel like this is about your happiness. Like whatever you do for a vocation, how you live your life. If there's something like, if you want to get more fit, if you're looking to find more stability around the way your house looks, things like that. True love, come to me is like whatever you're looking for, something is off base. And you just want to find a way to make it more to your liking, more comfortable for you. I'm not going to negate it out. It could be love. But I'm just saying this is where you have that mindset. Where I am now with this situation, I'm not quite happy. I need to find a way to make it better. And you're open to it. Whatever way that needs to be, what do I need to do? Because how you're coming into it is the Emperor with divine guidance. It seems like you're not like doing really bad with the situation. I just feel like you're not enjoying it. For example, if you have a job and you make good money at your job, it's good money-wise. What you have to deal with day to day, maybe not your happiest moment. Maybe you're not liking it as much, and you're kind of like, what else is out there to where I can have this level of living, standard of living, and be happier, enjoying my job. Stuff like that. I feel like there's a lot of anxiety with this because I almost feel like there's a fear pushing against it in the sense of like, I have to live it this way because if I do something else, I might like this other job better, but it won't pay my bills. This isn't a job for everybody, but I feel like that's the easiest way to go with this. I'm just going to try to keep it there because I feel like if I keep jumping all over with different scenarios, I feel like it makes it really confusing. So just apply it to your situation as necessary, but I feel like that's like there's anxiety, like I have to do it this way because this is why. And I feel like you're open to trying something new, but you're like, I can only be so open. All right. Now this fell out. This is face down. This fell out while I was shuffling before the camera turned on. Seeing your own self-worth, seeing what possibilities you can do. For example, I'm gonna keep using the work thing. Remember, apply it to your situation as necessary. I need to have this much income to have this standard of living. And if I do that other job, I don't make enough there. So that being true, what other possibilities do you have? Could you downsize? Is that acceptable? Could you do a second job? Could you have a business of your own? You can make a little extra money. What other possibilities do you have? Beauty in this one makes me say, see your own self-worth, see these other possibilities. All right, you got this job, this standard of living. This other job, not going to afford everything you have now. What options do you have just to fit that into your life and make other changes? And would you be happy like if you had a second job with that? If you had your own business and did something else on the side to make up ends meet? If you downsized, would you be happy with that? Or would you feel like, that was the bad move for you even though your daily life is better? The beauty card is like, see your possibilities, see your true beauty. What are you willing to do to make your daily life better? Okay. And that's personal for all of us, clearly. I used to work at a corporate job. I don't work at a corporate job anymore. I'm okay with that. But I make as much money as I used to doing different things, but I found a way to meld that out. So it's just being open to that. See, I feel like the environment, this feels like a personal involvement. The environment around you is open to you. You got the Two of Cups in the environment. which granted, if this is a love read for you, great. That means you're getting that love reciprocated. For the analogy we're using with the job, you have the ability to get that other job you want, but you also have the ability to circumvent, find a way to make up that extra income or downsize so you can still have that. There is a way for you to make this happen and be happy with it, is what I'm getting. What I'm getting here is the kicker is like you have to feel safe. You have to feel safe, and I get that very strongly. It makes sense. It seems very rational to me. Even though the environment is very open to what you want, very conducive to what you want, you definitely have to feel safe. For example, if you're making ends meet with your own little side business, you're going to have to look at it in the sense of like, how much do I have to make a month, or how much do I have to have socked away the way if something doesn't go the way I need to, I can like float for a little while before some more business comes in. You have to be comfortable with yourself, comfortable with the situation, but I'm getting very much that the environment is very open and very giving to what you want. The thing is here that I'm seeing, and I feel like this is like a warning, because I'm noticing 3 pages coming up on your side. And again, as a Pisces myself, it's one of those things we have to be careful not to take a back seat to our own dreams. Because your daily life being better is, I feel like, a personal dream, something you personally want. Just daily life being more comfortable, more enjoyable. And the page energies are follower energies. Even though I see the environment is very open to what you want, I'm getting the Page of Wands. You're just kind of seeing where it will go. But the thing is, I'm worried that this might be one of those things where you have the interest in the side business, for example, and you start putting out the feelers, and maybe you even get far enough to get 1 or 2 jobs or whatever. You started off just a little, just to see how that would go. So it does seem to take a little bit of a life of its own, but it doesn't seem to go far enough, because I'm getting like the Page of Cups is the next cup I'm seeing, or the next card I'm seeing happen for you, but bleed into the center. And I'm getting here, I really feel like if this just goes on autopilot and you just kind of like don't go at it with full gusto, it's going to be something that you kind of get excited about. You kind of start researching it. You see where it could go. You put out your feelers. Maybe get a little bit of work, something like that. But I'm getting like possibilities drown out reality. And what I mean by that is like if you might get caught up in your own mind, you might dream it away. You might just go through the thought and be excited about it and think about it and feel good about it. But if it stays inside of you and doesn't come out and you don't actually make something happen from it, it may just only be a thought and never come into reality. Because I'm seeing the Page of Wands going to the Page of Cups. Some little momentum, some researching, maybe a little bit of work, and then you just kind of get caught up in the thought and possibilities of where could this go, what could I do with it, how good could this be, but then it just never goes beyond a dream state is what I'm worried about. Because the Death card pops up here after. Because I feel like that could end it. But for some of you that might be okay, because I feel like you might look at it like, you know what, maybe that's doable, and maybe my daily the core job might be better, the daily life and that core piece might be there, but if I have to keep going and working on this other supplemental income or do these other things, maybe that's not what I want. Maybe that's not worth it for me. Maybe just sticking with what I have, keeping the level of the standard of living that I have is what is fine with me. Maybe that's okay if I'm looking at it at this perspective, at this angle. Maybe I'm okay with that. Because what I'm seeing is on the 3rd page on your side, the Page of Swords with the health. You're seeing the truth of it. Like, how much do you want this? Do you really want like a side business or a side job? Would that be like, for example, if you got a second job or the side business, how much time would that take out of your life? Would that just be, would you feel like you were working more than enjoying life? Would that just be, trading one less desirable thing for another less desirable thing? Like, would the time you spend doing it, would that be not what you really want? I'm getting your perspective is coming your way. And when this is all said and done, I do feel like its possibilities have passed you by. I got to be honest, I do see that. Five of Cups makes me feel like possibilities have passed you by, but perspective has made you a lot stronger. I don't feel like this is the end of the road for these thoughts or these dreams, don't get me wrong, because part of me is like, I'm a Pisces, and I'm like, I hope this isn't going to be dashing some of my dreams. This isn't nice. I'm getting the possibilities are still there. They're still alive. And you've opened the door, excuse me, I bit my tongue. You've opened the door to see these possibilities and how much it's going to take to make them happen, but it's also giving you a point of reference. Do I want to do that? Even though my daily life might be more enjoyable, am I going to be constantly busy to where that's actually going to offset in a different way that I'm not happy because I'm constantly busy, constantly doing something? And I just like time to just relax and watch a TV show every now and then, or just like I like to have more time for me, and that's going to take a lot of that away. I do feel like it's one of those things I feel like you're going to ponder over time, and you're just going to have in the back of your mind, do I want to do that? Do I want to pursue that deeper? But even with the Page of Swords, I feel like it's more thought than action with that. I don't feel like you're going to actually move on it. I feel like you're going to sit on it and think about it and mull it over. And down the road, you may try it again. But if you try it again, I feel like you will have developed it past the Page energy. You won't come back to it unless you've come into that Knight energy, which is the next step up. So if you do come back at a later date, it won't be unless you have that Knight energy. You've evolved from the Page into the Knight, and you're ready to actually go forward, and you're going to actually make it happen, which could happen. This could be a development stage where you're just kind of learning and growing and gaining your resources, but you're going to walk away from it this time around, especially with the Death card. This time around, you're definitely going to walk away from it, but it could resurface. It's just the way it's going this time. It's not going to happen right now. It could resurface. I know that might seem weird with that Death card, but what I'm getting with the Death card is they're saying this time around it's definitely not going to happen. The way it's handled this time around is not going to be how it survives. If it comes back around, it's going to have more strength, more momentum, and you'll have a lot more together to pull it together, to have it that longevity, to get it through all the way to fruition. Because I see the health card here. I don't think this is bad. I just feel like you're going to mull it over and think it over and maybe gather more resources as you go, and maybe later on down the road when you feel more strong or you have more stability with the situation, you might bring it back in, but you're going to be you have a lot more strength and a lot more gusto to get you there. All right, I think we need to let that go then. All right, are we good? All right, so I'm going to wrap that up there. Thank you for watching. I hope that helps. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.